Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today the Dallas Mavericks beat the Memphis Grizzlies 125-110, and the Memphis Grizzlies struggles continue to happen. The Grizzlies have now lost their first 4 games of the season. I'm not going full panic on the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm not even a Grizzlies fan. I actually don't really like the Grizzlies that much at all. But, when I look at a team that's went 0-4 last year, like the Sacramento Kings, they started off the season last year 0-4, and then went on like a really huge 7 or 8 game winning streak in the first 15 games of the season, and then we're like 10-6 after. Teams get off to slow starts, and especially when they're without their best player and John Morant, also Steven Adams. I think there are so many things that come into context of why this team is struggling. Missing John Morant. Brandon Clark's also out till February. Steven Adams is a big part as their starting center, and he's out for the season. I feel like people are starting to realize how big of an impact he is to their team defensively and rebounding. And another guy who I think they're really missing right now, who they traded away to Washington in the Marcus Smart trade, is Tyus Jones. Who isn't, is playing pretty solid basketball right now with the Wizards, but he was big for that Grizzlies team, and he'd be big for them right now with John Morant out, and they'd probably win some ball games. I'm just going ahead and say it. He always stepped up for them when John Morant was out, and he'd probably be doing it right now. But this Grizzlies team's 0-4. They lost to the Wizards. They've lost to the Mavericks. They've lost to their first 2 losses were to the Pelicans. I can't remember their other loss, but they've lost their first 4 games. That's what's important. And the Nuggets, the Pelicans, the Mavericks, and the Wizards. So I don't know how to mix that in. Because they're losing to some good teams in Dallas, Denver, and New Orleans, but they also lost to a really bad team in the Washington Wizards, and they lost by like 7, and we're down by at one point they were down like 23 points in that ball game. So. But they got pretty much crushed tonight. Dallas wins this one 125-110. Luka, another master performance, a triple-double for Luka Doncic, 35 points, 12 assists, 12 rebounds, 11 for 22, 6 for 12 from 3. Their first 2 games, Luka had, in their first game, I think Luka had 30-something. I think he had 36, something like that. And their second game, he had 49. I think it was a near triple-double. And now he gets an actual triple-double, 35, 12, and 12. 6 for 12 from 3, 7 for 10 at the free throw line. Great performance from Luka. He was on fire from 3. Also, a really good performance from Grant Williams. To start the game, he was on fire from 3. He hit 3 3-pointers in the first quarter from 3. And all of his shots in the game were from 3. 4 for 8 from 3. 3 free throws, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. But 22 points for Derrick Jones Jr. He was really good in this game. 7 for 10, 4 for 6 from 3. He's improved his 3-point shot, 4 rebounds, and then also only 2 points for Derek Lively the second and 6 rebounds. 21 points off the bench for Tim Hardaway Jr. Josh Green had 12 points as their starting shooting guard in this ball game. They were without Kyrie Irving. Besides Hardaway Jr. off the bench, 7 points for Maxi Kleba, 3 points for Seth Curry, 2 points for Dante Exum, and 6 points for Jaden Hardy. Following players did not play: Prosper, Rashawn Holmes, and Markieff Morris. For the Grizzlies, 30 points for Desmond Bane, 12 for 17, 3 for 7 for 3, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. 23 points for Marcus Smart, 9 assists, 30 points for Jaren Jackson Jr. as well. That was really it. So the Mavericks win this one. They're 3-0. All right, who knows? Who would have thought they would be 3-0 at this point? I mean, I would have guessed that they would beat the Spurs, and they would beat maybe beat the Nets, the Grizzlies. I think this was a pretty easy guess. Well, I thought this game was going to be a really close game with Kyrie Irving being out, but the Mavericks handled this game well. They're 3-0. I'm not going to jump the gun on the Mavericks, but they look pretty good to start off the season. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out.